Hello, welcome to this one episode. Um, wow, what a I don't even know how to even get this episode started. Imagine being stuck in a winter storm, electricity going out, water going out, all throughout the county and state, including our county and our little town. Wow, wow! It started late Sunday night or really early Monday morning, about 2 o'clock in the morning, when our lights went out. I can say the lights went out in the house pretty quickly. We went out first in the corner store. I went out about maybe um, probably about 30 seconds later. And we knew that we were in deep crap. I had a good feeling like Sunday afternoon before all this chaos happened that we'll be doing without water and also power. I had a gut feeling all day. So, regardless of the fact, my gut feeling was correct. Um, so, we did without lights for at least 25 hours. Yeah, 25 hours without lights. Daytime started coming on around 2 o'clock in the morning. Our little town started to come on at 3 o'clock in the morning. Now, we're supposed to have rolling blackouts, which means each neighborhood would do without electricity for so long and their power gets turned back on. This was not the case, so we were misled through county officials or through Centerpoint. Um, so I was starting to question, be like, okay, it's supposed to be rolling blackouts. A few hours later, I looked on our phone that was still active during that time before the cell phone towers went down. Um, that a lot of people start to complain, saying, "Hey, this is supposed to be a rolling blackout," um, and whatnot. Centerpoint did not work any customer service representatives during the last 48 hours. They only had technicians, but no customer service representatives, and we couldn't call or anything. Their voice thing said we're not available at this time. Check back later. So we were misled to a point where I'm starting to question: Is this a full blown blackout, or was this a rolling blackout? A few hours later, I decided this is a full blown blackout, and we ain't gonna have luck until the next day. Pretty much. So that was interesting. We didn't have hot food. We had hot water through the hot water heater, so we were able to make hot chocolate. We had some mixes where we could drink hot mixes to keep warm. So we had enough hot water for that. Also, some hot coffee without, the instant, you don't have to wait type of coffee. We had that, keep warm, hot cocoa, and whatnot. That really helped us out to keep warm. Temperatures started to drop in our house. Our base temperature, which is known to be the floor temperature, internally was 48 degrees. Our wall temperature internally was 53. So we wouldn't let our kids walk on the floor at all. I didn't care if we came from New York or what have you, but there's a difference between right and wrong. And what what I was taught, I know how to survive in this type of weather. I'm a highly trained person in survival skills without going to the military. So you know where I'm getting at. As a parent, I was very concerned. Number one. Number two, Florida was cold. Chances are you might get a frostbite. And thank God we did not get a frostbite. It wasn't cold enough on the floor, but it was getting there. Um, I looked on the temperature readout on my thermostat. We have a digital one, and it said 53 internally, and that was during the night. And outside was at least 10 degrees, and that was this Monday until very early this morning until 3 o'clock in the morning. Sunday night it dropped down internally, I think 50 degrees on the walls, and at least give and take 40 degrees on the floor. Um, and that was rough. Snow was dropping. We had sleet. Um, Everything you can think of actually did happen in this storm. So this storm was bipolar. Texas weather is so bipolar. First it rained, then it sleet, then it snowed, went back to sleet. Then we had a mix of sleet and snow. Then it snowed, then it sleet. It couldn't make up the amount on Sunday night. So Monday we were lucky it did not do all that crap, but our sidewalks were frozen. Um, on my last video I posted, I did that live show here in town, just to give you insight on what was going on Sunday night. I think I posted two videos. I don't remember, but I knew that we were in a treat and for a wild ride. So we did without a hot meal since early Sunday morning until now, pretty much. And we're starting to get things done, but we still don't have water till to this very hour. I think Highlands water broke. I know that didn't sound right. The water broke here in Highlands, so things are starting to open up a little bit. Our corner store is opened. I haven't checked into the restaurants yet. I'm still trying to get motivated now to do what I do for y'all. I'm gonna give myself a haircut here soon after I get done with the series. So it's just we're trying to get back to normal. Houston is still, I don't know how to explain it. We're still pros. We lost cell phone coverage. I think the last transmission I did on Facebook or on Twitter was about maybe 7 o'clock yesterday. 6 p.m. or 7 o'clock yesterday. The cell phone towers, the generators went out. It was a complete failure in our area. So we couldn't communicate with family, friends, with y'all, um, anybody on Facebook or on Twitter. Um, it was just weird. But let me give you a insight what the Energy Council that takes care of the Texas power grid actually posted yesterday. And Centerpoint was trying to blame this council, but they couldn't blame themselves at all, which is they refuse to take accountability. It's just really weird on how things actually transpired. We, come on. I don't know what the heck was going on. But 21 hours ago on hold on. Okay, there we go. ERCOT here in Texas that takes care of our power grid posted yesterday afternoon at 4:59 p.m. The grid operator has restored power to 500,000 households. Hashtag ERCOT and Texas electric companies working nonstop to restore power to those still waiting. So Centerpoint had the approval from the ERCOT Council to start turning on the power. So we should have had power yesterday evening before things really start happening. We got to a point where we built like a telephone size uh, tent. We call it the Palmer Fort. Um, so we built like a telephone size tent. We put blankets and a green screen over the chairs and you know and the table, and that kept us warm. Um, we throw the kids in there. Internally, that tent become very warm, 71 degrees Fahrenheit, pretty quickly because once body heat starts to gather inside of a tent, you're going to get warm. Externally, external from that temp in the master bedroom was 53 degrees. But inside that tent, because we trapped all the cold air outside that tent, was 71 degrees. Um, but we still did without hot water. I mean, not hot water, but technically we did without water that night and the power. So we had to take it easy on battery power. I have this one big gigantic battery that lasts 8 hours to charge our devices up. And that finally went out at 6 p.m. Give or take around that time, and it was on full charge. So cold weather had a very negative impact on that one battery. My wife pulled out the other external battery. Now only had a 45-minute charge. So we had enough battery power, but by 1 o'clock in the morning, Morgan's cell phone went out. That's my wife. Her battery went out, and my battery had a. All I had left was 10% battery on my phone by the time when the electricity came back on. So I was conserving more energy by not using the device during the major power outage unless I really had to use it. I decided to get off the cell phone when the tires started to went offline, the cell phone tires. So I decided to say, hey, let's go ahead and cut it. We're not going to have communications throughout the world and our area and with family for a little while. Um, about three something this morning, we finally had power. We're still without water. So wow, what a ride! We're recovering. We're doing good. Um, Kids are bouncing around like ever. Um, Now we're just in a waiting game for the water. If anybody wants to buy us a dinner or something, I need about $50. I think we have a restaurant open around here somewhere. We have to feed our kids. A box of cereal goes a long way, guys. I will tell you that. We had a box of cereal actually that helped us out since early Monday morning until early this morning today. So we're out of that box, and that box of cereal goes a long way in power outage, and that tent does too. So if y'all want to buy us a hot meal, please do so. I'm not begging. I'm just saying. Um, so we still have a little bit of snow on the ground. Um, we're used to this weather. We came from Waverly, New York, so We knew something was going to happen. Texas officials had 3 weeks to get prepared for this one storm. They had 3 weeks, including Centerpoint and the grid operator. They did not get prepared for this at all. At all. I mean, if they got prepared, we will not do without power. In other words, we would still have power yesterday. I mean, it was too cold in this house. It was almost like a meat locker, pretty much. It wasn't cold enough to be the meat locker, but it was cold enough to start storing meat. The 32 is pretty low, and if you want to get technical on the food issue, but it was too cold in here. It was too dang cold. I mean, in Waverly, New York, we're built for this. We have a very powerful power grid up there. If you're from the north, you know what I'm talking about. They have a power grid pretty strong up in the northeast um, to handle this type of weather. But down here in Texas, they're not built for this. They're not. Honestly, they're not. You and I know that. Waverly, New York, if you have a power outage up there, if it's winter or something, if you have a power outage in Waverly, New York, you'll be back online within 3 hours. Within. That's the time frame. And they're really fast up there. But but down here it takes up to 25 hours to get back online. Nothing was operational down here. The water's still not operational. I know that's not power related, but still at the end result, um, we're still without things, and it sucks. You and I know that. So we know what was going to happen. We know how to survive in winters like this because I'm used to walking in ankle high snow um, for at least 2 hours at a time. So I'm used to taking bumps on frozen sidewalks and spraining wrist, and whatnot. I'm used to taking bumps like that. So this weather here in Texas is a walk in the park, but we weren't expecting 25 hours without power and still doing without water. Um, there in Waverly, we would still have water. See, the Northeast is prepped for this, but not the Southeast. So that's something to really think about. 75% of Texans residents did without power because the grid operator went ahead and shut it down. Generators went out. Pretty much their excuse. Um, I don't believe it one bit. You know me, but I don't sugarcoat it either. But I want to know the truth. And Centerpoint's not taking accountability for their actions at all. I have a feeling that the president of Centerpoint still had some power in their house because they have to say who gets power and who doesn't. Um, so they have the final say pretty much, and it sucks. Yeah, but there was a Burger King in Houston open yesterday. They still have power. Everybody else did without. So um, pretty much we got the screw side of the deal, and but there's still snow out there. The ice is melting. Our steps were frozen and whatnot. It was horrible. It was very horrible, and I'm very shocked that the property manager did not send the maintenance man around us. Put salt on the sidewalks and on the steps. I'm very shocked. Um, that's something I would do because I'm from the north, but I'm very shocked. I'm very, very, very shocked. So we are making that decision whether to stay here in Texas or go back up to the Northeast. We're really making that decision now um, because we only have a few days left uh, to make that one decision and act upon that decision. We have family up there, and I think it's the best to continue doing YouTube's channel videos for this channel, but doing it in the Northeast. Um, I miss my snow, my ankle high snow. Um, as a person that had foot surgery, seeing that, uh, you know, my feet missed the cold. I had my share of frostbites, but at the same time, again, I had my share of bumps and bruises on top of walking a couple hours in ankle high snow. So I miss it up there. But at the same time, hurricane season's coming up, and we don't know what that's going to be like right now. But the power grid is getting pretty much operational now. Everybody's getting their power turned back on. Our water broke still, so uh, it is what it is. So, any questions? Right now, we're watching TV, getting settled back down, and I tore down that one fort that I built for all of us as soon as the power turned back on. So the kids want it back up. So I think I'll just go ahead and put that fort back up for the kids and let them have fun with it. They actually really had fun yesterday in the fort, and we were playing games, playing knock knock jokes. Junior, my baby son, he's 4 years old, and made up a good knock knock joke, and it's funny. And I'm like, who in the world taught you that? Kids say the darnest things, and he don't know who Donald Trump is, but he heard of his name because what I do is some political news as well. Thank God he's acquitted. But the joke is knock knock, then you say who's there. Junior said Donald Trump. Then I said, oh Lord, there's your joke of the day. So we made some funnies up. We had fun yesterday to make the time go by. And, when you lose power and whatnot, what else can you do? We don't have board games, so you make up funny jokes or stuff like that. Just have fun as a family, like in the old days, the pioneer days. Um, we didn't have candles, but we had these little flashlights on our smartphone, and the big battery had a flashlight too. So wow. Okay, I think I will end that right there. So if y'all want to help us get some grub down our stomach, and that's hot, PayPal is in the description below. I think I did put it back down there. I don't remember, but if it's there, it's there. Any questions? I fed y'all a lot of information, make you say, "Holy crap!" Um, but we're getting back to normal for now. So our decision to move is coming up soon, and I will let y'all know where we're going to be at and when. Texas is not built up for winter operation just like this. We cannot do without power for 25 hours. There's no freaking way. I understand crap happens, but they had 3 weeks to get prepared. Um, and they're not taking accountability for their own actions right now. But thank God schools are canceled for today, including the remote learning. Chloe is on remote learning. But I came to a major conclusion that for the rest of the year, we're going to homeschool Chloe, take her out of the school district completely and just homeschool her. Because we have to move, and it's, trying to get her in another school before the year ends is going to pretty much be impossible. So it's just common sense to just do homeschool from this time forward until we actually find a place. Uh, so, so we don't have to deal with any more bullcrap vaccinations requirements because Chloe can't take a certain one, and if we move down in New York, she'll be forced to take it, and it doesn't matter if the doctor tells them that she's allergic or not. So it is what it is. But I'm gonna go find a can of and open up a can of tail on a can of French style green beans. unless y'all order me some food. Um, wow, there's some ice still on the very bottom of the steps over yonder. I'm gonna post some pictures on my Facebook and Twitter. I think I did on Twitter, but not on Facebook, of our experience. I think I did that already. If not, you're gonna see it later on Twitter and on Facebook. Y'all have a great day and enjoy my videos that's coming out here soon. Remember, subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that bell if it allows you. And always comment. I love you. I love interacting with y'all. Comment and just comment on my videos saying, "Hey, I'm watching" or something. Always like the videos. I like to interact with y'all. Um, it's I'm doing it for the right reasons. Just having fun, going crazy with y'all, stuff like that. So, I have another video coming out. I think tomorrow, Wednesday. I think it's a review or something. I don't remember. I do so many I can't remember. Oh, by the way, before I end, I have a problem, a big problem, a huge problem. Our SNAP benefits was denied earlier this month. I'm on SNAP for the right reason, not for the wrong reason. Um, and that handles our food and beverages. And they denied me, so I sent a appeal in. Still waiting. Send a review. What a problem. But I know New York wouldn't be doing this crap, but Texas is picking on low-income families right now to try to get them off the program. Uh, well, have expert testimony on that, and we're going to dig into that here soon on how Texas SNAP program is kicking people off after so long, and it's really causing hardships on low-income family. Pretty much the lady I went to do the appeal say, if you can't wait, just go to the food banks. We went to the food banks, and per their policy, you can only use their food bank once. That's it, and it's not right. So we're pretty much screwed. So I think New York is looking brighter every day, because I know New York will not put up with it at all, and I know they really help families and whatnot. So they wouldn't kick low income people off the program unless they have a good reason, and they never have a good reason. So millions of people it's on SNAP in New York, while people down in Texas getting kicked off the program. That is low income, and I'm one of them. So there's your expert witness. So we're waiting on that appeal process to be concluded. Sent them all the forms, they still denied me, even our IDs and our release agreement and whatnot. Still denied me. It's wrong. So there you are. I'm in a loophole, and don't want this channel to be all about drama, my personal drama. But it's not about me. It's about y'all and what y'all want to see, and that's how I want to keep it. But so if you want to help, we need that help. Canned vegetables go a long way, but I'm not a vegan, so I need red meat, uh, healthy stuff, fiber, iron, stuff like that. My iron level was low the other day, dangerous low, including my blood sugar. That was when the lights went out. So didn't have to go to the hospital, but somebody bought us dinner that night before the lights went out. So it is what it is. I hate living off of donations right now, but I have no choice right now. But we're getting back in check, but we're moving at the same time. We're not wanting to bring anything back in the house. We're trying to get rid of stuff right now. We're going to be removing 99% of our stuff out of this apartment here soon. Getting rid of it. Um, we have good reasons beyond that. We're not going to go public with that, but we're going to get the health inspectors out here to let them see what we're dealing with. Let's just put it like that. And also the HUD investigators themselves. I'm going to do a formal complaint, and they're going to investigate this apartment complex completely, internally and externally. So there's a lot of crap going on behind the scenes, but we're getting ready to get out of here. Um, but our destination is still unknown. I still have my GoFundMe still up. I still need help on that. I had somebody donate something the other day on my GoFundMe. A lot of people doesn't like to use it. I understand why. You have your opinions, and you are entitled to that. So, if you don't want to use GoFundMe, you can use PayPal. Um, that's the only two things I will use. I'm still trying to get familiar with the other uh, platforms that does the payments, whatever. Uh, I think I would just stick with PayPal and GoFundMe. So you can use one or the other to help us move the heck out of here pretty quickly. Um, if y'all can give 2,000, that'll be great. That'll get us up in New York or wherever we decide to go. I think we're just gonna. We have a family up there that makes proper sense. What do y'all think? Anyways, I'm done for now. Help me if y'all can. Thank you for helping me in the past, even though I didn't ask for it in my previous videos. Help. Now I'm asking. I know I did ask in my GoFundMe a video, but videos before that I did not ask. Y'all offered. So thank y'all for helping us. Remember, share this channel as much as you can on your social media pages or profiles or platforms. Let's grow this channel. I need 100 subscribers to uh, customize this channel like I want it, like you see in my social media pages with at Michael Palmer TX. So I need 100 subscribers to do that. Oh, but we're doing good. We're growing. Remember, subscribe and hit that bell. God bless you, and may God bless America and this channel.